Welcome for your Maths Olympiad. We are trying to have some quick tricks which would help you solve problems quickly. So let's say we take a number 5, 4, 3. Now add all the numbers 5, 4 and 3, that's 12. 12 is divisible by 3, that means this number is divisible by 3. If it was divisible by 9 as well, then it would be divisible by 9, the whole number. But 12 is not divisible by 9, that means this number is not divisible by 9. Similarly, any number I take the last two digits. If that digit is divisible by 4, that means the entire number would be divisible by 4. So 7, 3, 1, 6. Now 1, 6, 16 is divisible by 4. That means the entire number would be divisible by 4. Similarly, I take a square minus b square, that is a plus b into a minus b. So any number, if I have, for example, 51 square minus 49 square, rather than finding the squares first and then subtracting, a simple way out would be 51 minus 49 and then 51 plus 49. So that is 2 into 100, that is 200, as simple as that. Similarly, a plus b whole square and a minus b whole square work in the same fashion. So a square plus 2ab plus b square, and a square minus 2ab plus b square. That is one of the good ways to solve it rather than doing it in an individual way, right? Now, what is one of the very interesting ways to solve it? For example, if there is a number 102, so rather than taking the square of 102, I do 100 plus 2 the whole square, and then I solve it with a square plus b square plus 2ab, and that would give me the answer in the same format. Similarly, if I am trying to find out the sum of numbers 1 to 50, that is 1 to n, as simple as that. So what we would do is n into n plus 1 divided by 2. So that is 50 into 51 divided by 2, and this would give me the answer or the sum of the numbers. Now the last topic that we are discussing is a very interesting topic, a little higher level topic, not for classes 5 to 6, but of course for 9th and 10th, and this is cyclicity of unit digits. Now for example, if I am asked to find out the unit digit of 7 raised to power 30, first of all, we'll find out the cyclicity. That means 7 raised to power 1 is 7, 7 raised to power 4, 7 raised to power 2 is 49. So I'll take the last digits in each case. So in the first case it is 7. The second case it is 49, so 9 is the last digit. 7 raised to power 3, it is 343, so 3 is the last digit. And 7 raised to power 4 is 2401, that is 1 is the last digit. That means the cyclic pattern that is repeating, and if I take 7 raised to 5, the last digit would be again 7. So my numbers, the cyclicity is in the order 7, 9, 3 and 1. Now what I do, I am asked to find out the unit digit of 7 raised to power 30. So I divide 30 by 4, I get 2. Now which is the second number out here? Not 7 but 9. That means the unit digit of 7 raised to power 30 would be nothing else but 9, because that is the second number in the sequence. If it was the third number in the sequence, it would be 3. If it was the fourth number in the sequence, it would be 1, because my order that you can see here is 7, 9, 3, 1, and this pattern would keep on repeating. It would be 7, 9, 3, 1, 7, 9, 3, 1, and that is what is called as cyclicity of the digits. So a very interesting concept. Of course, if you are able to understand and grasp this, you would be able to solve very basic and fundamental problems of arithmetic. This is a very important topic which is asked in most of your Olympiads. So prepare well, practice well. Of course, for complete lectures and practice material, follow the link below. Thanks for joining in. Have a great day.